Hello, hello, hello. Hello, guys. Welcome to today's stream. And I hope मेरा voice और
Inactivity
clear
serves no
होगा.
purpose whatsoever.
So yeah, let's start today's stream. टाइनरी से बात करते हैं कल वाला मतलब आज क्वेस्ट कंटिन्यू कर लेते हैं वरना वैसे फिनिश कर चुके हैं हम लोग बट स्टिल अपना पीडी क्या है अभी अपडेट नहीं हुआ आई थिंक 3 या 4 होगा अभी. एक और बेनेट मिल जाए तब ना. एक सेकंड बेनेट को कॉन्सेंट्रेशन नहीं मिल रहा. I'll try to get one more Bennett. Yeah, with Bennett as you follow. Okay. क्या ये चाहिए अपने को. चलो कोई नहीं.
Benny's adventure team, assemble!
अरे वो वाला फ्लावर कहाँ मिलेगा नायदा के लिए जो चाहिए अपने. Hello Sujay bro. Hello Theo. Yeah man, I have my Naida. Carmouche का gameplay देखा. I can literally fly. Yeah, I saw it. एक second. Let me put this chat screen somewhere I can see easily. Yeah, I think it's good now. No, no. We are going to meet Tinary. आर्कन क्वेस्ट खत्म हो चुका है. I think this is the ending type of screen.
Good morning. How do you feel today?
We feel much better. How about you?
I'm recovering well. Thanks for asking.
But from the looks of it, you seem to be already busy with work again.
It's fine. I'm not that busy, really. The Elazar patients have recovered, as well as Hypatia. For now, I only need to tend to my Forest Watcher duties.
It seems once Irminsul started getting better, everything else started to recover too.
Yes, but there are still some... The Withering is one example. Though it won't spread anymore, the existing zones won't just disappear. We Forest Rangers will still need to do the work.
By the way, we have some good news. Sino got his position back.
This news is hardly new. He had already mentioned it to me before.
Huh? You mean he was already here? Why didn't he come to say hi to us?
He visited once, but he was afraid of disturbing you while you were resting. He just asked me a few questions and left.
तो संजय ब्रो. हाँ ब्रो रिकवर हो गए हैं. 2 दिन तो ज़्यादा खराब हो गया था. इसलिए फिर स्ट्रीम नहीं किए कुछ दिन.
And you probably already know all about the celebration feast.
Celebration feast? No, I haven't heard anything about that.
Huh? But didn't Nilu say in her letter that they would celebrate Sino? He didn't tell you?
Perhaps, or alternatively, he doesn't know about it either.
Come to think of it, Sino doesn't seem like the type who'd enjoy us. You and Kale are both Sino's close friends. Why don't you
Kala has taken over some of my tasks these days. I don't think she'll have time for it. Not to mention me. You see, some VIPs have come to the forest recently.
VIPs कौन
Huh?
है?
VIPs? Very important Paimons?
Well,
Right,
technically
Paimon
speaking,
का
they
अपना
are
ही
former
मतलब रहता है.
VIPs. The sages involved in recent incidents have begun their training in the Avidya forest, and the people they had previously imprisoned have all been released.
Huh?
Yes, he's a little weak, but he isn't injured and his condition is stable. Lesser Lord Kusanali, in her boundless mercy, has decided to spare Azar and the other wrongdoers. Supposedly, they were ashamed of their shallow ideologies and have decided to dedicate the rest of their lives to cultivating wisdom in the Avidya forest. When they learned that Lesser Lord Kusanali had defeated the Balladeer and saved Irminsul, they were shocked at first, but also became happy, feeling that the sacred light guiding them on the path of discovering wisdom had begun to shine once again.
ये लोग थोड़ा भाई अजीब
As a
टाइप का
result,
सीरीज है।
work has increased for the forest rangers.
That sounds really exhausting.
There's nothing we can do, really. But that's another topic. Back to the matter at hand. Are you two planning to head out?
Ah, right! We're here to request permission to head out. Would that be okay?
You've recovered well.
Yay!
लेट्स गो ग्रैंड बाजार चलते हैं, वहीं पे होगा सेलिब्रेशन जो भी करना है। ज्यादा ही नीचे नहीं आ रहे हम लोग। ये जुबेर थिएटर वाले लोग।
Well, there won't be any problems if the feast starts at that time.
Mr. Zubair, I finished telling things up
और ये
here.
नीलू का हम लोग फोर्थ डांस देखेंगे यहाँ पे।
Is a simple reply really that much to ask of our guests? It's affecting our arrangements.
Oh, it'll be fine. Besides, it never hurts to get things ready in advance.
I was thinking the same. Hey, Nilu! Traveler, Paimon, we got your letter, so here we are! You're the best. The other guests haven't even replied yet. Huh? Are we the only ones that have arrived? Yeah. I had someone deliver letters to all of our guests. But maybe everyone is still busy with other things.
Look, I get it. Sumeru is in an extremely important period of transition right now, but even if your friends are important figures, they shouldn't just ignore your request like this. Nilu is Sumeru's #1 celebrity after all. You have no idea how happy I am to talk to people with good taste.
If you
ये
consider
भाई
enjoying
इससे
Nilu's
से
dances
रिस्ट्रिक्शन
having
हट गया है,
good taste,
ये वाला
then
तो
almost
एक
everybody
खुश
has
है।
good taste. Because
स्टेजेस
Paimon
नहीं है,
thinks everybody will
इंचार्ज
love
तो
her
भाई
performance.
इन सब पे से रिस्ट्रिक्शन तो हट ही गया होगा।
That's right. We all think she's amazing
देखो ये
too.
लोग आकाशा भी नहीं पहन रहे हैं, बैन हो गया आकाशा।
Nilu is an absolute favorite among
जैसे
those
यहाँ
of us who
टिकटॉक बैन
frequent
हो
the
गया,
Grand Bazaar.
पबजी बैन हो
For
गया, यहाँ
outlanders,
आकाशा
you
बैन
have
हो
a
गया।
great Master Zubair. Let's have a vote for the most outstanding audience members next time. I think these two may win.
Nonsense! It is not for us to determine the value of an audience. But indeed, we could try giving gifts to people with particularly good taste. I heard there's a device in Fontaine called a camera that can record people's appearances as pictures. Such pictures would make superb gifts.
Ooh, good idea. I wonder where we can find one.
I don't want you giving pictures of me to everyone.
No,
I'm
Nahida,
satisfied
bro.
just being able to
Yeah,
perform
thank
here.
you, Nahida. Thank you, bro. Thank you. And bro,
There's always a lot
after
going on
many
at the Grand
days, how
Bazaar.
have you been?
Yeah, and that traveler in Paimon, could you help if for some reason they didn't receive the letter? Yeah, we can also check out how everything... When I wrote the letters, I asked for Sino. I'm not too sure about Ramon's whereabouts. Might ask for Dunyarzad. I just hope she's feeling better. I sent her a... Okay, got it. Let's go, traveler.
Okay, she is sending us on Iran. We are her Iran support. Lily.
Welcome. Get your spices here.
So we have to go to the academy. Let me bring out Nahida.
Commit it to memory. Ah!
And she's cool. I got Mona also. I lost Nahida's 50-50. और चलते हैं अलितम के बारे में। तो अभी का ग्रैंड सेज कौन बन गया है? अलितम?
We haven't seen Alhaitham anywhere. Let's ask that person over there. Hey there, have you seen Alhaitham around?
Yes, it seems Scribe Al-Haytham has gone to the House of Dana. You should be able to find him there. But you're already the second group of people I've seen looking for him today. He must be quite the busy man.
Oh? Who else was looking for him?
Mr. Cave was just here asking about him. You wouldn't believe how terrible their relationship is. And now you two are here.
क्या कावे?
Don't tell me everyone's here looking for gossip about the sages.
No way. We're strictly here on business.
Ah, I see. Sorry,
Yeah,
I thought
he's
maybe everyone's
Alhaitham's
as interested in
roommate,
rumors
I
about the
guess.
sages as I am.
चलो देखते हैं कावे किस तरह दिखता है। Let's go to House of Vienna. Here only? देखा ये House of Vienna कैसा दिख रहा है? ज़्यादा ही गलत जगह पहुंच गया। एरिया आ गया। इसी के तो अंदर है। फिर हम लोग बाहर क्यों निकले यार? तो बाहर निकल के घूम के फिर अंदर आ गए। Hey, see, it's covering all over the place. Yeah, the whole floor is covered with a burst. इसका burst काफी बड़ा है नाइदा का. And wherever she walks, flower grows. Okay.
Should be around here somewhere, right? Oh, he's over there! But it looks like he might not have time for us.
Just put down that worthless book and tell me what happened in the academia.
This is not just some worthless book. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to find a physical book like this in Sumeru?
It doesn't matter. It's probably just another thing that you used your authority to get your hands on anyway. Just put it aside. Listen,
Yeah, having a
I
fight.
came back today only
Fight.
to hear that the sages have disappeared.
Oh, you sound surprised. I thought you would already know the inside story.
Would I be here asking you if I knew? You're the scribe, not me. So just tell me what you know already.
Well, I almost became a sage.
Huh?
Oh, don't sound too surprised now. You're the renowned Kaveh, light of the Ksharawar. Besides, as a master builder and craftsman, chances are you'll be appointed as a sage too.
Why do I feel like you don't really mean it?
What makes you say that? Why would you question my heartfelt sincerity?
Maybe it's because you've never said anything good about me before.
Yeah, well, I share a similar sentiment, and anyone who knows you as well as I do would surely do the same.
Hey, they are
You...
having a
See?
disagreement.
This is why I hate discussing anything with you. Your ridiculous and arrogant attitude always gets in the way.
It seems that you really can't stand my personality.
Ha! What was your first clue?
Well, then you might as well move out of my house.
Are you threatening me? Stooping to a new low, I see. Ugh, and don't change the subject. You, a sage? What a joke. The academia might as well just close tomorrow.
Are they having a fight?
Forget what's going on with the academia. Haven't you been busy with your construction project? Tell me, when are you going to build yourself a mansion?
Don't get me started. I get angry just thinking about it.
So, what great building did our master architect work on this time?
Like I need to tell you. Keep your nose out of my business.
No, I think we deserve to know. Where were you when Sumeru needed you most?
I was in the desert for a large project, but considering Haravatat's utter ignorance of architectural and aesthetic matters, you probably wouldn't understand. Which is truly unfortunate. I can only pity the man who doesn't understand the first thing about beauty and romance. Unlike a true... hold on, wait a second. What do you mean by when Sumeru needed me most?
Well, while you were out fiddling around in the desert, many people came together to save Sumeru from a crisis.
Ha! And you think I'd believe that?
Look, all you really need to know is that Azar and all his accomplices have all been overthrown.
Huh? What nonsense are you talking about?
It's no skin off my nose if you don't believe me. It's not like my Darshan was the one trying to apply for funding from the Grand Sage. Yours, though, on the other hand...
You know what? I'll ask around. I'm sure someone knows what's going on here. You're dead if I find out you're lying to me.
Okay. Sure doesn't know anything.
Hey, Alhaitham!
Oh, it's you two. What's the matter?
We're running some errands for Nilu. Have you received her letter?
Letter?
Nilu said she sent out a letter inviting everyone to a celebration feast in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. We'll also be celebrating Zaino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra.
If she addressed the letter to Al-Haytham of the Academia, then the letter should have gone to my office. I've been busy these days, so I haven't had time to check for any new mail at my office. I only now have some free time to attend to personal matters.
Have you always been so busy with your work?
Of course not. I'm only busy these days because several sages have been dismissed recently and the whole academia was practically turned upside down.
Kainari told us they all went to train in the Avidia Forest. Apparently they will spend the rest of their lives there.
That is already the best possible ending for the likes of them. 4 of the 6 great sages were possessed by their desire for power and attempted to create a new god. In order to pull it off, they even imprisoned the other 2 rational sages. To imagine such things could take place in the academia. I don't know where to begin.
Yeah, you're right. Feels kind of strange to hear them called that after all this time. But then again, the 6 great schools sounded pretty impressive too.
Yes, at least that's how they're supposed to sound. It's said that when the academia was first founded, the Dendro Archon herself established the 6 great schools, each representing one of the 6 different types of wisdom. Numerous Darshans have sprung up and faded. Only the 6 Darshans attaching themselves to the 6 great schools have stood the test of time and obtained permanent seats in the academia. Now, the 6 Darshans are nearly synonymous with the 6 great schools, And the leaders selected for the schools are the 6 great sages. Among the 6 great sages, there is one central leader, the Grand
That's how
Sage.
it works.
Unfortunately, only the sages from Vahumana and Amorta remain now. They were imprisoned for opposing Azar and were...
So who's managing things in the other 4 schools now? Do they need to find someone new?
Yes. Normally, new sages are selected based on a strict set of criteria.
Oh, didn't you just say something about becoming a sage? If they pick you, then we'd have a huge connection in Sumeru.
Yes, about that. The person in charge of personnel affairs nominated me to be the Grand Sage in place of Azar and help Lesser Lord Kusanali manage the academia. But
It was
I
offered.
refused.
Huh? But why? Can't you be a little more ambitious?
I'm not even interested in being one of the 6 great sages. Like I said before, I don't like being a leader.
Oh, all right. So are you busy these days trying to find others to take the job?
That's not my job either. I'm only responsible for handling important affairs within the academia before the new sages take office. And the first thing I'll do is reject Kasharawar's application for funding.
By the way, who was that other person just now? Is he your friend?
Do we look like friends?
Paimon doesn't know. That's why Paimon's asking.
His name is Kaveh, my roommate. You could say he's the representative for Ksharawar scholars. Which is exactly why he always has so many problems.
So everything that's happened recently must be a huge change for the people of Sumeru.
Such is the work of the Academia Scribe.
Well, anyway, no matter how busy you are, since you are our planner, remember to attend the celebration feast in 2 days.
All right.
Hey, got to meet, not meet, but we saw Kaveh and we invited Ayka. I like the way how Nahida stops.
This is Port Ormos. Now where could...
Oh, Dunisar.
Is that Paimon I hear?
Huh?
Oh, it's been a while. How are you doing?
Dunyazad! It's been so long since we've seen you!
I'm doing well. I can go as far as saying I have never been happier in my entire life. I don't know if you've heard, but Elazar has completely disappeared, and all the patients have recovered.
You kidding? Knowing them and the connections they've got, I'm sure they've heard about it.
Yeah!
That's right. My lady is feeling better now, so I'm accompanying her for a walk.
Why do you still call me that, Dia? You've already informed my father of your resignation.
I guess I'm just used to calling you my lady. Old habits die hard.
Resignation? You mean you're quitting?
Yeah, I might start losing my edge if I keep being a bodyguard for the Homayanis.
You know that my parents and I are fond of you, and that we appreciate you very much. It wouldn't be a problem if you wish to continue to be our bodyguard.
I'm not a woman that's easily persuaded. You should know that by now, my lady. When I took this job, I had already decided that I'd quit as soon as you'd recovered. It's time for me to get back out there and chase that horizon.
So what are you gonna do now if you're not gonna
I want to take a risky job and put my body to the test again.
Huh? But we literally just finished.
I know. If I hadn't joined in that plan with you, I wouldn't have come up with this idea. I guess I still get fired up by that feeling of going all out in a fight. It made me realize that life is short, and I'm happy that I got to be a part of that operation. But the whole thing also made me realize that there are still many problems in Sumeru. And as a desert dweller, I'm still not completely ready to settle down on this side.
Well, I remember a friend had someone bring you a message.
You mean I'll hate them? I didn't expect him to still remember that. I thought he was joking.
We just came from talking with Alhaitham at the Academia.
Did he tell you that he suggested that I come work at the Academia?
What?
I heard that Azar and his cronies fell from power, and Alhaitham told me that now was a good time to find a job in the Academia. But only if I wanted to.
Whoa. Paimon can't see you being anything other than a mercenary.
Me neither. But I think Dia would look great dressed up as a scholar.
Ugh, forget about it. I wouldn't last 10 seconds in there. Alhaitham probably just liked the way I worked and knew I'm good in a fight. So he suggested I find some work.
But you know, if you take him up on the offer, Sino might actually agree and let you become a Matra, because you're super amazing.
The Matra have all the talent they need as long as they have Sino. I prefer to be... In fact, I chose this job from the very start because I knew it...
Even if being a mercenary,
A lion has to return...
I don't...
I'm glad to hear you say that. Come on, no need for the sad face. It's not like we'll never... Once the whole Dendro Archon thing is settled, everything in Sumeru will take a turn for the better. But a peaceful society will probably mean less demand for mercenaries like me. Before long, we'll be a dying breed. So I'd better get to work while I still can.
Huh? But wait a second. You make it sound like you're leaving now.
Well, no, not yet at least.
So, have you been in Port Ormos this entire time?
Did Nilu...
She heard that you were seen in Port Ormos, so she sent the letter.
Huh. It was probably sent... My lady has been very energetic lately.
Right, and we tend to...
So what it really sounds like...
I bet the letter's at the...
No wonder there wasn't a reply. You never received the letter. Good thing Nilu asked...
Sorry to make you two come all...
It must be something important for Nilu to specifically write.
Yes, she said they were preparing a victory feast in the Grand Bazaar.
Great!
Count me in too. But is there some sort of dress code?
Since it's being organized by Nilu, I don't think she'll be too picky about that.
All right, then this is how I'll show...
The feast will be held in 2 days.
Sure.
Thank you so much for...
Oh, by the way...
The General Mahamatra always comes and goes without a trace.
Oh.
But last time we met, he mentioned that he had something to do in art. As for Rahman, your guess is as good as mine. I only remember he said that he had something to discuss with Sino. Don't mention it.
All right, I'm...
विलेज चलते हैं, देखते हैं यहाँ पे साइनो से बात होता है कि नहीं। अरे काफी बचा हुआ था, हमको नहीं लगा था इतना वो बचा होगा। ये ना स्टोरी चल रहा है, ये चीज है भाई। तो पेट से इंटरेक्शन रखती नाहिदा का अब जगह
It's been a while since we last visited Aru village. Ah, there's Sino.
What brings you here?
We recovered well, and Tainari agreed to let us leave. So now we're out and about again.
It seems Gandharvaville's medical treatment is still as good as ever.
Mm-hmm. And Tainari is recovering well, too.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, you're the one who brought us to him when we lost consciousness, right? Thanks for that.
You're welcome. Tainari has excellent medical skills, and Kale is quite attentive. It was the best place for you.
But why are you
I'm meeting some people.
Oh, you mean Candace?
I've already talked with Candace and the village chief. They're still at the usual place. You can go there if you'd like to see them, but you know one of the people I'm meeting as well.
Oh, by King Deshret's blessing, my friend suddenly appears in the desert. Don't tell me you've run into trouble and need us to help now.
Roman! And, Sataria?
Oh, you know me?
Oh, well, you're pretty famous in the academia.
Don't worry, these are our friends. No need to be so guarded.
I see.
I'm doing well. Many good things have happened recently.
Same here. Really, I feel that my whole life has started to shine after suddenly finding a new direction.
Oh, tell us everything.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Alright, well, I suppose I should start by saying I've decided to leave the academia.
What?
It's not that I've given up on being a scholar. Instead, you could say I've found a new identity. I will no longer pursue research like a typical scholar.
I can see what you're saying now.
What do you mean?
I plan to leave the academia and return to teach here in the desert.
Wow, so you want to become a
Sataria will return to support education here and teach people from the desert. She can't teach everyone on her own, but there are many of us Eremites all over Sumeru. She came to discuss a collaboration with me and hoped that I could bring her ideas to the Eremites.
Yes, it's my hope that the Eremites can help me select a group of smart people with the best aptitude for teaching. I'll teach them, and after they've finished learning from me, they can go educate more people.
That's a good idea.
That is the true meaning of education and the spreading of knowledge.
The people of King Deshret suffer from sandstorms, exile, and ignorance. Miss Sataria is more than welcome to come teach here. Her arrival is like a star shining in the desert night. The stars have always guided caravans, thieves, soldiers, and travelers who get lost in the night. They lead those in the dark out of trouble and back to safety.
Oh, please, where's all of this coming from? I'm starting to feel a little embarrassed.
You deserve these compliments. Mercenaries are accustomed to danger and don't fear death, which is why we recognize extraordinary actions that common people would easily overlook.
Sataria's idea will bring much good to many people.
At first, I feared it was destined to fail. Everyone knows that the academia doesn't allow scholars to teach in the desert without permission. As you know, all knowledge is under their surveillance and control, and very few desert dwellers are as lucky as me. But what I heard at that time has been haunting my heart, as if there were lightning bolts constantly bombarding my soul. Sataria, you tread a treacherous path, and the law. Sataria, why haven't you gone home? Never forget that These words sparked something in me, and I knew that I had to bring. I gathered up the courage to approach the Grand Sage, only to find.
Azar has received much needed punishment. Though, if you ask me, it may have been too light. You probably have already heard.
Lord Sino helped me obtain permission to leave the academia for the desert, and accompanied me here to discuss collaboration with members of the Eremites. My plan was able to go smoothly thanks to him and Rahman.
You're all doing so much for the desert.
Aside from that, I also have some other business to discuss with Sino.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has allocated many resources to support and develop the desert. I've done some business for her, and part of it required the assistance of the Eremites. I applied for a few batches of educational materials from the academia, and sent them to several groups in the desert, as instructed by Lesser Lord Kusanali. I believe the people will make good use of them.
That's exactly what the people here need. Physical books and other related items. If it weren't for Sino and Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Apart from this, the academia is also recruiting scholars that are willing to teach in the desert. I'll let you and Sataria know as soon as I have any more news. We must be persistent about this, and maintain these resources to ensure long-term effectiveness.
This is the first time in hundreds of years we've had a glimmer of hope. Remember these words. Here lies our faithful priest, Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people. I hope people with wisdom like that priest will rise again among the desert dwellers.
Enough about us. Are you here? No, not at all. Neva wanted to write to everyone, but she wasn't sure where the letters should be sent, so she asked us. A celebration feast will be held in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. At the feast, we'll also be celebrating Sino's, although, judging from your appearance, it seems you've already been reinstated. Paimon thought you would only start...
Celebration? Feast? It's the first I've heard of it.
Tighnari was right. He really...
This feast is for you, Sino.
It's rare to see that kind of expression from Lord Sino. You must not like feasts very much.
No, not really. But I'll...
Well, I still have a lot to handle here. Besides, I need to look after Miss Tartaglia and...
I'm afraid I won't be able to join the messages. I'm sorry for how I treated you before. But now I understand the beauty of you and the art. Please keep dancing.
Okay, we've got all that. Our job here is complete as well.
Got it.
It's
the big day! Let's go to the Grand Bazaar and see how the celebration's coming along.
वो वाला फ्लावर कहाँ मिलेगा और ये डेंड्रो हाइपोस्टेसिस किधर है? Where are you, Dendro hypostasis? Exactly, I'm not going to do.
Everybody's already here. Looks like we're the last ones to arrive.
I'm here.
Ah, there you are.
Well, look who finally decided to show up.
You look like you came here immediately after finishing up some work. I'm very happy.
But we're not late, are we? It's just that everyone else arrived ahead of time.
I propose that the last one who arrived be put in charge of today's speeches.
Nah, there won't be any speeches today.
Oh, really? Well, even better.
Come join us over here. Let's share some great...
Everything looks quite good.
Wow! Paimon can't wait! Traveler, just look at all the delicious food here.
Typical Paimon. Nilu's performance. अच्छा हो गया हम लोग को नहीं दिखाया इस बार.
Wow! The food was specially prepared for you by everyone in the Grand Bazaar. And we have gifts that were sent by the residents of Sumeru City when they heard we were holding a feast. Everyone that came said that you saved Sumeru and wanted me to thank you all on their behalf.
Ah, feels kind of nice to be seen as a hero. I could get used to this.
Being a bodyguard is also a hero's job. You've always been amazing, Dia.
My lady sure has a way with words. Thanks. I'm glad to hear it.
And I'm happy to meet everyone that participated in the great plan.
Don't mention it.
Come to think of it, we've really done something impressive together. It's unbelievable.
We owe it to our abilities. And luck.
Really? Why do I remember everybody thinking that luck was against us and feeling like we hardly had a chance of succeeding?
That's how I remember it too.
It's luck that brought us together, and it was luck that let us form a team. Then, it took even more luck for us to formulate a plan, and moreover, judging from the result.
Yeah, everyone gave it their all when it mattered most. It was almost like a performance. Everyone played their part.
So, would you say we're good actors too?
It's such a blessing that Lesser Lord Kusanali was able to return to power at the Academia.
Yes, even after being abandoned and neglected so many times, she... Lesser Lord Kusanali once used all her power in a great disaster, which resulted in her losing all her wisdom and memories of the past. The Academia basically abandoned her because of it. This should be something
So that's
everybody
how they
should
remember now.
Huh? You look surprised.
No, everything you said.
That's good.
Something wrong?
Yeah, what's with that face? You knew all of this.
Even if those two giants of the Academia are here, I still have to say, those sages really have some nerve. 500 years ago, Lesser Lord Kusanali used... If you bite the hand that feeds you, don't act surprised when it turns into a knuckle sandwich, right, Sino?
Perhaps I shouldn't say this, but their treatment of Lesser Lord Kusanali calls for a more severe punishment.
You could simply tell Lesser Lord Kusanali that you wish to have Azar and his accomplices
I respect our deity's decision, and won't interfere in any way. While we're on this topic, why didn't you accept the Academia's invitation to become the Grand Sage?
Are you trying to say that I'm fit to be a sage?
Not at all. But every person handling the selection process has said that you are the most suitable candidate to lead the Academia right now.
Why? Because he dethroned Azar from power?
Could you try to put it another way? This is a good thing, yet you're making it sound like I overthrew Azar for my own personal...
But seriously, though, I always wondered if you had some personal motives behind it.
I did have my own motive, but it had nothing to do with being a sage. If the rules of our nation were suddenly cast by the wayside, then it wouldn't be long until chaos ensued. I had no intention of letting their dreams disrupt my life.
By that, you mean your life working as the Academia's scribe.
Precisely.
Wait, is that all?
So, that's the only reason why you joined us and came up with all those plans?
It's reason enough.
You've certainly got quite the personality.
You flatter me.
All right then. How about you? You've already resumed work as the General Mahamatra, right?
That's right.
Will you be happy with...
It's not about being happy.
Even so...
Thank you.
Very well. How is it? It's the first time... You see, make sure you live it up tonight. I'm honored to have her think. I can't explain what...
My lady, the grilled meat over there is delicious.
Yes, what an amazing...
You said it. Oh, look who else is here.
Hello. Oh, I'm so happy.
Hey, less of that
I seldom participate in such lively gatherings, but the atmosphere here is quite good. No. This gathering today has a unique meaning. The Grand Bazaar is lively because the people here feel that happiness. Oh well.
The atmosphere here is good. I don't often have a lot to handle these days.
Hey, what's wrong? Your head is starting to droop. Hey, you can't just fall asleep here. Paimon will go find something delicious for you to eat. You'll wake up once you've put something in. Of course. Just wait here.
It's neither. Time रुक गया? Hey,
Mm-hmm. You may blame me for being a bit too self-indulgent. I was thinking about talking with you, and the next thing I knew, I had made a connection with you. The connection between us is amazing. It's like Flora and the fence. I heard there's an amazing celebration feast today at the Grand Bazaar. I wanted to have a look for myself, so I
I
snuck in.
knew she wanted to come
Lately,
here.
I've been so busy dealing with all the fallout from recent events, so I really haven't had any free time. Although you've already helped me with a lot, there's still one more thing I hope you can help me with. Please say thank you to everyone for me. Oh, is it not convenient for you to do that for me? But if I just show up all of a sudden, people will become all quiet and stiff, won't they? What if I end up scaring them and ruining this wonderful feast? That'd be the last thing I want.
Oh,
Let me think of... Oh, yes, I have. You said I should go thank everyone as myself, right? So...
he's connected
I've
with me.
decided to borrow your body for the time being. Please don't blame me. The Flora also climbs up to the fence to get... Everyone! Are you awake now? Paimon was just about to bring you the food. It's me. Huh? That voice. Nahida?
Hold up, what's going on?
I didn't expect to have a conversation with the consciousness of Lesser Lord Kusanali in the Grand Bazaar. Interesting. Is this also a part of the feast?
No, of course not. Are you Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Hello, Nilu.
You know who I am?
Yes, I already know every one of you. Nilu, Alhaitham, Sino, Dia, Paimon, and Dunyarzad.
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
I took the liberty of occupying the traveler's body so that I could thank all of you in person. Thank you so much for rescuing me, even if that meant placing your own safety in peril and taking the risk of becoming enemies with the academia, the sages, the doctor, the balladeer, and even the entirety of Sumeru. Without you, without any of you, I would have been had you not helped me to resolve the crisis. Not only I, but Sumeru and even the entirety of Tevat would have suffered. People refer to you as the heroes who managed to rescue a god. I'm quite fond of this name. It not only... Please, allow me to present to you my most sincere gratitude.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, you have done so much for Sumeru, and I did...
Dunyarzad, the suffering you endured during your illness is also proof of you being with...
You don't need to be so ceremonious.
This is how the relationship between the Academia and Dendro Archon should be. We just did what was necessary and...
You're an Archon, but you act so humble. You really don't...
I'm honored to have been able...
Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
We are having late night chats and all. बढ़िया है ना, feast end भी हो गया.
Are you awake? Did you rest well? After Nahida left, you ate a lot of food. You've become a glutton. That just means you still have a lot to learn from Master Paimon, the Sage of Alright, since you're awake now, she should be in the academia right about now.
हाँ, हर सिटी का आर्कन क्वेस्ट कंप्लीट करने के बाद एक हम लोग को बात करने को मिलता है, तो फिर हम लोग वहाँ पे स्टे कर रहे हैं। अब हम लोग नायदा से फेयरवेल लेंगे।
I see everything.
वही जाना है, सेंचुरी में जाना है हम लोग।
Nahida! Hello, traveler. What a fantastic night. So are we. And that's why we're here to talk with you. Is there anything you want to know? You mean, what happened after the doctor put you to sleep? Not exactly. The top-ranked Fatui Harbingers, up to number 3, possess power comparable to that of gods. I was no match for him in that kind of situation. However, in spite of the bad situation, I still managed to make a fair deal with the doctor. I'm sure you remember the entity that changed your fate. The Heavenly Principles. In fact, the Heavenly Principles has been quiet since the Conria disaster 500 years ago. I used this point as leverage against the doctor. I told him that the Heavenly Principles may be awakened if I destroy the Gnosis. Although it was just a bluff, he still fell for it. I assumed that the Heavenly Principles wouldn't just stand by and let such extensive damage to its laws take place. And as for what I exchanged for the Gnosis, the exchange served as both punishment for the doctor as well as a boon of new knowledge that I couldn't refuse as... He's still in a coma. I've hidden him like how one would hide a feather. I know you have many misgivings about him, but as someone who had become a god, he has retained a number of very useful features. Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on him and make sure he doesn't do any evil. In addition, there are still some mysteries left in him. Some things maybe his future will be determined. Is that where you're headed next? Fontaine, the Nation of Justice? As far as I know, that nation operates in a judicial system.
Does their Archon personally judge people?
No, there's a Chief Justice in Fontaine. Generally speaking, the Hydra Archon, Focalor, won't preside over individual trials. However, even then, Focalor will still make herself present at just about every trial. It seems that she just likes to immerse herself in that sort of atmosphere. As Archon, she still reserves the right to influence the final verdict. Anyway, let's just say she's got, a very unique personality. After recent events, the Akasha, I've given it some thought, but this is definitely not a bad thing. Even from the beginning, the Akasha's centralized administration, although people may initially feel a little... And as for the future, the former sages have received their punishment. I hope that the new 6 great sages will be more focused on academic. The other big issue is the people of King Deshret. Well, I've already taken some measures. Are you sure? Huh? About your sister. While you
Oh,
were
she's the
resting at
first Archon who
Gazardaville,
is
I
going to
took
tell
some
us
time
about
to
our
perform an
sister.
Irminsul search for information on your sister. Yeah! Isn't Irminsul a repository for all the information and memories of Tevat? So there shouldn't be anything on him or his sister. This is true in your case. Irminsul indeed does not have any information on you. However, there must be something different about your sister. Because, as it turns out, the world has recorded information on her after all. What? There is only one possible explanation. She belongs to this world.
Oh.
But nothing about this makes any sense! Wasn't this your first trip to Tevat? According to the records I was able to access, your sibling suddenly appeared in Conria. After the Conria disaster, she began her journey through the 7 nations of Tevat. But just as her journey was about to reach its conclusion, the Irminsul records on her suddenly become fuzzy. What do you mean, fuzzy? Did something happen to her? All I know for sure is that somebody, for reasons only they can know, is deliberately obfuscating her fate. And whoever it is, if they can do that, who knows what else they're capable of. But even that wouldn't explain how she somehow comes from this world. Something else I noticed was that according to these records, the Fatui have not classified your sibling as one of the Descenders.
Descenders? Okay.
What's a Descender? Paimon's never heard of it. Look, I'm sure you must be curious about the information I received from the Fatui in return for my gnosis, right? A very important part of the intel was about this world's Descenders. External beings, ones that don't belong to this world. Traveler, you are Tevat's 4th Descender. Huh? So the Fatui count 3 other Descenders before the Traveler, and his sister isn't even one of them? That's right. My current hypothesis is that the first Descender was likely what we now call the Heavenly Principles. As for the other Descenders, I still need to verify their existence. It could take me some time. Paimon's head's about to burst from all this crazy new information. And yet, even knowing all this, I'm sure you must still have a lot of unanswered questions. I must say, I truly regret that I can't help you more as the God of
Yeah, but
Wisdom.
she told
There
us
are
the
many
most
questions in my heart
information
as
of
well.
all the Archons.
I will need some time to go through each one of them. And soon, you'll also begin your journey anew and depart from Sumeru. I'm very interested in your future. It's a journey that can't be observed or recorded by this world. If fate is the ultimate knowledge, then your future will be the ultimate. I'm sure glad we. The pleasure is all mine. Alright, that's enough talk for today. If you ever miss me, just close your eyes, and maybe I'll appear in your dream.
Let's go to our commissions. काफी टाइम से नहीं किया ना यहाँ कैसे पहुंचा दिया यहाँ से मिशंस करने हैं डोमेन्स करने हैं काफी कुछ करना है सर एक सेकंड हमको देखने दो किसी का ना बिल्ड है नाश्ता है इसमें ना देखने यार 182 हाइड्रो डैमेज सिर्फ हमको अभी तक क्यों नहीं मिला है ब्रो? Attack, two, और किसी का होना है. Not many people keep Muna here. M634. अच्छा ना अच्छी तो फार्म नहीं है ना. जाई ना हो. एमडी कौन आ गया भाई? यहाँ था इधर जाना था उधर जाना. नाइडा ही को लेके चला जाए क्या? ट्राई करते हैं ये वाला टीम. ऑल्दो ये लोग लेवल अप नहीं है. आई एम गोइंग इन क्वाइट रॉन्ग डायरेक्शन. इधर जाना है हम लोग. वैसे इसके लिए काफी हमको फ्लावर फार्म करना है. वो आई थिंक ऑप्शन कर लेंगे. उधर एक हमको वो चेस्ट दिख रहा है. Let's get that chest.
Verdict is...
Oh, let's go.
Better than nothing.
Now this team is actually balanced 5-star team. Nahida, Muna, Fetching and Lilu actually nice. Hey, I'll get that. On.
Delve into destiny. Fate is upon you. Incoming. Nowhere to hide.
Blue man ever great. What has Nahida done to them? Why are they all connected?
Sharing my knowledge.
Is that all you've got? Another test subject.
To the tape.
Grow. Committed to memory. Make yourselves at home. Help!
Let me scribe.
और वो इस टीम में कोई हीलर नहीं है.
Decided by destiny.
Have a taste of this?
Pick the wrong test subject.
और इस Nahida team. I hope that I reach AR 56 today. ना और चाहिए एक सेकंड में देख. ना और चाहिए 1379 and we need 2350. I think how do you know? दूसरे पे चलते हैं। नायदा पे हीलिंग प्रॉपर्टीज भी होनी चाहिए थी ब्रो, देन इट शुड हैव बीन मोर बेटर। एक आर्कन पे तो होनी चाहिए भाई हीलिंग प्रॉपर्टीज। I think Nahida was the best candidate for that. Ah, sure.
The Temple of Wisdom.
Fire
Let's
sign.
wait here to look. Shadows of Speed of light. Got lucky that time. Hit with sword from shadow.
I fire strike from ball.
I see everything. Speed of light. Nowhere to hide. Don't blink. Ha, ha, hit, ha. Sharing my knowledge. Delve into destiny. Incoming. Fate is upon you. Hey!
ये टीम अभी थोड़ी वीक है। I have to admit that. This team seriously needs.
Everyone hold hands.
ये आउट ऑफ रेंज। यहाँ से देखते हैं रेंज कहाँ तक है। अब दिस इज इन रेंज, काफी यूजफुल है। ऐसा हील कर लो। के लिए टीम अंदर कर देते हैं हम, बाद में बुलाएंगे।
Off we go! Adventure time!
हाँ धीरे धीरे गुजारा करें।
Off we go! Shine down! I'm going in! Let's light it up! Witness the power of Google!
Google, get them! Hey, yeah!
राइडिंग का जरूरत है।
Race you!
और लास्ट हो। don't like these kind of quests.
Race you!
Bangs eat with a view. And with that...
You didn't tell the cleverest yes.
That one was sealed.
कौन ये क्या क्वेस्ट करवा रहा है अपने को? साइंस ढूंढो इसके लिए, ये किस अजीब तरह का क्वेस्ट हुआ?
Race you!
हाँ हाँ भाई तुम्हारे पास है।
Race you!
Add Astro. Thank you for complete. Add Astro.
And we reached. Yep, we are AR-56 now. ये जो primo
Add Astra.
नहीं मिले, but we got books which we really need now.
Race you!
time.
That really hurt! Nice and spicy! Boba, get them! No! Did I ruin
That
everything?
Time to... Time to act. No, my sword!
Nice and spicy!
There is no escape! Ha! Everybody stand back!
Out of the frying pan, into the fire! Help! My dinner is attacking me! Nice and spicy! Race you!
Off we go!
finally do. नागलिंग का ईयर काफी खत्म है यार, उसको ईयर देना पड़ेगा। देने तो हमको कितना ईयर 100 भी नहीं है क्या इसका ईयर? इसको काफी ईयर चाहिए। क्या घटिया डिफेक्ट्स इसको दिया है मैंने। ये रेस करने का बहुत जरूरत है। And I need this one.
Benny's adventure team, adventure time.
लास्ट वाला तो हमको चाहिए ही चाहिए ना, ऐसा भी लगाना। क्रिट भी दे सकते हैं ना, ऐसा अटैक्स एंड सीएम दे सकते हैं और
Weather is not bad today. Oh, crud. I jinxed it. Now it's bound to rain. I'm going in! Rain cutter!
Boba, get them! You're toast!
Let's light it up! Now you shall perish!
ये इतना नहीं हुआ। ये तो मिल गया। Yes, and एक ही पे हम लोग इसको छोड़ देंगे। Not anymore the AD. अभी लेवल अप तो हम नहीं कर सकते ब्रो। I hope I'll be able to do that. जियो बॉस चाहिए। चलो अभी एक चीज और देखना है आपको। ये सारे भी अब हो सकते हैं। वंडरस है, नोबलेस है, थंडर सीजर वर्नर है, और क्या पेट्रा नहीं चाहिए। नहीं, हाँ ये चाहिए, क्रिम्सन बीच चाहिए अब। कौन बेकार है, बेकार है, ये बेकार है, ये बेकार है। सैंड्स बेकार है। बेकार है, ये भी बेकार है, ये नहीं दो, ये ठीक है, ये भाई ये यूज कर सकते हैं हम, ये यूज कर सकते हैं, ये यूज करो, ये रहने दो, ये तो पक्का। ठीक है, बेकार है कि हम बेकार बेकार बेकार। और ये तो क्या कर रहा है, और ठीक है, सैंड्स बेकार, दोनों सैंड्स की कैसे बेकार लगेंगे, पीस ठीक है। चलते हैं डोमेन करने, अभी तो नाइदा आई है तो उसी के लिए थोड़ा बहुत कर लेते हैं। हमको इसका डोमेन पसंद नहीं है। चलो कॉपअप में करते हैं। नाइदा Their tweet is awesome.
You are not welcome.
Illusion shattered! Torn to oblivion!
That was fire. ये फेदर्स को काफी बढ़िया बढ़िया मिल रहा है। और कर दो क्रिकलेट मिल जाए क्रिकलेट ये डोमेन पूरा हमको फेदर पे फेदर दिए जा रहा है यार तो जितने फेदर मिले सब बढ़िया लास्ट और सबसे बढ़िया चलो कोई दिक्कत नहीं हम खुद कर लेंगे But that was some reaction team man हाँ नाहिदा मोना और राइडन को तो हम ले ही सकते हैं यार एक टीम में तो पाइलो कैरेक्टर डालेंगे बेनेट
Adventure time.
You are not welcome here.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Gather. I will have order.
Embrace the ice! Now you shall perish! I'm getting sick.
heavy fire ये लेट्स गो मिल गया फाइनली ये यार अच्छा ये पढ़ा रही ड्रीम्स भी दे सकते हैं डोमेन इज बेसिकली फॉर नाइदर राइट उनको अभी उस पे आर्टिफैक्ट सेट लगाते हैं मतलब बेस्ट पीसेस को लगा देंगे और उनको ट्राई करेंगे रेस करेंगे एक के बाद एक यहाँ पे क्या है ये यहाँ पे ये वाला रेस कर रहे थे हम इसको फुल रेस कर लेंगे नहीं तो मेरे पास ये है लॉक कर दो ये अभी मिला है ये नहीं ये भी है ये भी है ओके अभी जो है वैसे वो रहने देंगे यहाँ पे यार this one इधर हाइड्रो है एचपी है हाइड्रो यहाँ कुछ नहीं यहाँ एक ये गई है ये देखो हाँ डेड टू डैमेज ये में यही रहने दो और यहाँ पे अटैक नहीं यार ये नायदा अभी क्या ली हुई है Oh, it's next. ये कोपीएम में जाएगा तो भाई मेरे पास फेदर ही फेदर है, कोई ना कोई तो बढ़िया हो ही जाएगा। और क्रिट 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 चाहिए, क्रिट डैमेज चाहिए। अब तो क्रिट डैमेज चाहिए, अब तो जरूरत है। Good, but not that good. Crit damage भी चाहिए उधर। एक ही विश है अभी अपने पास। बेनेट ब्लैक है।
I admire her humility. It is a sign of true wisdom. With the power she holds, Buer is capable of doing many things beyond our wildest imaginations. And yet, she uses her power only to right wrongs and to protect. She is a truly gentle god.
You speak of the young Adeptus of Guili Plains. Still fulfilling his duty to this very day. Please, give this Remedium Tertiorum to him on my behalf.